Hello everyone, Tracy here from the Wildlife Garden. I actually was able to go in the garden yesterday. It's our first fine day yesterday. I was in the garden from about 10 o'clock till 3:15. And the reason for that is I need to do some work on my hedges, my shrubs really, not my hedge. It's not a hedge, it's different shrubs. I've got fuchsia shrubs and cotoneaster shrubs that had got extremely tall, quite leggy in places, especially the cotoneaster, and the roses needed pruning. You have to prune roses back really between February and March, and they were desperate. So I just thought I need to get in that garden. I was just stir crazy with the way everybody's experienced the same thing with weather. It's been awful. So yeah, it was absolutely wonderful day, and I'd like to show you what I've been doing out there. It's not much, and I've still got to go in again today, and actually the sun's shining at the moment. There's just a few plants to put in that I brought, the Daphne and the sweet box, and there's a foxglove as well. So I need to get those planted, and yeah, I'll just give you a look of what I've done. I think I did take, I'm not sure if I've got image of before, but anyway, you can see it's quite drastic on the cutting, and although it looks drastic now, it's the time of year to do it, and they will bounce back. And with the cotoneaster, I'm hoping that will thicken up really. There was a lot of branches without leaves, and I want it to get a bit more dense rather than be so leggy, as it offers more protection to birds if it's got a denser canopy. So yeah, it's just getting tall and leggy and not really offering much protection. So it's offering even less at the moment, but it will hopefully start to rejuvenate. So yeah, I think that was all I'd noted in my book to do. This is my lovely notebook. Yeah, dig up. Well, I've got dig the bog area as well on my list, and to be honest, I want to do that, and it definitely would be a great asset, but I keep putting it off, I'm afraid. But I will get round to it, and I need to do that really before the end of March really. So maybe I'll start that today. We'll have a see. So yeah, I've reduced the crown of the fuchsias and the cotoneaster, and I cut back the brambles at the top of the garden. They have to be cut back at this time of year so that they get dense as well and produce berries. If I left them, they were enormous. You'll see the thickness of a couple of them. So yeah, it was just wonderful being outside. It made me feel just fantastic being out there. So yeah, that's all I've got down. I've got some plans that I'll share with you about where I'm going to relocate a hydrangea. Last year, this sounds silly talking about drought, but last year during all that heat, the hydrangea just needed watering after watering, and it's not good. So I thought I'd put it up the top of the garden, not in the wilderness, but at the top where it tends to stay damp much better. There's that, or in the border. I don't think I want it in the border by the other hydrangeas. I think I'm going to put it up the top, so it holds moisture more up there and probably be better. So I don't keep having to water it. It's if that happens this year, I think I'm just going to have to let it take its course. And if it dies, it dies. It's not good to keep watering plants like that. So I think that's all really. I've also looked at the clematis. I keep all my labels for the clematis, and I needed to cut back the one that's just outside. It's growing up the honeysuckle. That's the Bill Mackenzie. It's a yellow. Oops, it's a yellow one. And that needs cutting back in spring, late winter. But this one called Blue Dancer, that one doesn't need cutting back. That flowers on last year's growth, and there's another one by the shed that doesn't. And this one's just beginning to go, Whistler Cream. That doesn't need cutting back either, because that's it flowers later in the, it flowers January. Sorry. It's January to March, so you don't cut anything off really. With clematis, if it flowers before June, don't cut it. That's the advice really I can give you. Anything flowering after June, you can cut back quite hard to within 18 inches of the ground, but the rest, if it flowers in early spring, you don't cut it back. You can give it a little trim after it's finished flowering. the thing with these is they have beautiful seed heads, so you don't necessarily need to cut them back at all, so unless they're getting out of hand. So yeah, I'll take you in the garden now. You can have a look at what I've been doing yesterday. An update on the bog garden. I started digging for the bog garden yesterday and encountered quite a few problems trying to dig there. Regular viewers will know I have a lot of trees in my garden, and the roots that were, I'm amazed the pond hasn't been punctured actually by roots. They say it can be, but there's a rose there, there's a large tree by it, and I encountered lots of problems. So over to the video to see what happened and what decision I came to. I made a start, but it's hard work, and every time I put the fork in, this is what's being revealed: roots roots everywhere. I presume they're coming from that rose, I'm not sure. And I'm going to have to cut through them. Whether that will kill the rose or not, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not working out as easy as I thought it might. I knew it was going to be hard work, but I didn't know whether it was going to be just roots everywhere, so I'll carry on. Well, I've been digging for some time and getting nowhere. I think I'm going to be defeated on this one. There's too many roots from that rose in the ground. Everywhere I strike, I've cut quite a bit of root out, and I'm going to end up killing the rose. The liner comes back quite a long way, and then I was thinking maybe I could take some of the soil out from under the liner, but it's so compacted, and again the roots are there. I don't want to damage the liner, so I think my idea of a bog garden is not going to happen. I think I'm going to have to call defeat on this one. Yeah, I've dug out quite a few plants at the back, mainly the Mombretia, but yeah, it's because I needed to lower the pond a little bit because the height would have been so different between the bog garden and the pond, and then the amount of roots I was hitting, for the depth you need for a bog garden, it just wasn't going to happen, not in this garden. I just have too many plants. So yeah, I'm going to give up on that plan. I've got a new bed really that I can plant into, and yeah, it's been hard work, and it's just not for this garden. Too many tree roots. There's all the roots from this old tree stump. There's the roots from the birch tree. There's the roots from the apple tree. The roots from the rose that's on the fence. It's just an impossible task, so I'm just going to make a new bed instead and try and get plenty of plants in, so frogs have got room to hide, places to hide. So yeah, I tried, but not a success, and in fact probably done more harm than good, because I've tried to lower the level of the pond a little bit in places to level it out with the bog garden, and just caused myself a shelf that in the summer will be bare, so I've had to cover that with all the rocks, and you can just about see the shelf sticking out there. Made the pond really muddy, and yeah, so not in this garden. I've always wanted one, but no, change of plan. I'm just going to plant better at the back, and yeah, the bog garden is not one for my garden, sadly. Never mind, I tried. Best laid plans, eh? Right, and now to tidy up. I'm shattered. It's quite windy this morning, but I've just come to check on the pond. Possibly just got to that area there. There's a bit of liner visible. So I tried to dig it out to level it. It's caused a sort of a bit of a shelf in there. The other idea is I remove some of the bricks so that they're resting on it and hiding it a bit better. But yeah, it's something I've had to decide not to do, but it has made, the positive is it's made a big planting area. I've gotten rid of a lot of the Mombretia. There's still some over on the right here, but sorry, on the left here, but I got all that planting area now, so I've already put a couple of things in. I've put that fuchsia in, and I'm going to put some ground plants in to give coverage for frogs when they try and enter the pond. It's a bit open over the back, obviously, so yeah, it's just left the pond a bit cloudy at the moment, but I must leave it now, because hopefully if I'm going to get any frogs back, they'll be coming shortly. So yeah, sometimes you have to admit defeat, and I had to on this occasion. These are the brambles I've cut back. They were desperately in need of cutting back. They'd got quite thick in places, as you can see. With that's thicker than my thumb, that particular part of the bramble. So I've cut them back. The nettles are just starting to reappear. So yeah, hopefully the nettle bed will be fine, and my brambles will produce berries for myself and the birds this coming September. So yeah, and over to the mahonia, which is covered in berries. Well, there's all the berries on the mahonia. They turn black as they ripen, and the birds seem to devour them quite quickly. So even in the spring and into late spring. So hopefully there's a feast there for the birds. And that's it for the next time I probably touch the garden will be in the end of March to do the major tidy up. Everything's looking lovely, especially in this border under the apple tree. Lots of bulbs have now come up. Snowdrops are doing really well, and yeah, and the pond's still very murky. I've finished tidying it up and making it a bit more presentable. I've covered the ledge that was protruding with the stone, so there's a nice little the frogs can hide under there, which is really helpful. They seem to like hiding under there when and if they do return. I've put some planting in the back. I've put some honesty, some ragged robin, forget-me-nots, some ground ivy, and yeah, hopefully I think I've put some, I don't know what that plant is over there, but anyway, there's few things in, and I shall plant more, and hopefully that will just fill out nicely. And I do suggest, if you do want to follow someone who's building a bog garden, there's a great channel of Isabel who's rewilding her wild Welsh garden, so really worth taking a look at that, because she's actually managed to build a bog garden. I haven't seen the completion yet, it's not completed yet, but she's in the process. And yeah, she's got a bigger garden than me, so she hasn't had to tackle the roots that I've had to tackle, I don't think. It's been hard work for her too. But yeah, perhaps bog garden is not for me, but I do have areas where, you know, like those big pots of water that offer lots of plants that like those wet conditions. So yeah, I'm just going to have to accept that it's not suitable for a bog garden here. I mean, I'm standing on a root as I speak to you, and you can see there's a tree root. Here's tree roots. I think I've shown these before. The roots for the birch trees just go everywhere, and the cherry tree roots everywhere. We've got birch and cherry. We've got the rose right next to it. We've got an apple tree behind me, so you can imagine the roots. And there's 2 birch trees quite close to the pond. So yeah, it's just one of those things I'm going to have to accept. So finishing on a good note, we've got a new bed, which is lovely, and the crocuses and the daffodils are looking lovely, and all being well, it'll continue, the temperature will continue to rise, and we'll be seeing the first bees emerging very soon. So thanks for watching, everyone. Really thank you. It's great that you watch and comment, so thanks again. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.